Let's begin the story. It's taking a few minutes to set itself up. In the meanwhile, let's begin the story. That's perfect. I keep forgetting how to move the view. So, all right. Hello, everybody, all the people who have joined in the meanwhile. And a very warm welcome to all of you, Utokshi and Darshan and Charmi and Shiraz and everybody else who has just joined while I was out there fixing the YouTube. So, a very warm welcome to all of you. And we begin the topic for today. So, the topic for today is apology. Apology. Simply, when we are children, we are taught anytime you do something that is not right, then you have to apologize for your wrongdoing. You have to apologize. And we teach children, and it's so cute because many a times, you see these children just, they know that they're doing something completely wrong and it's not allowed. And then the minute you catch them, they're like, oh, I'm sorry, because they think that, oh, that's the right way. You can do whatever you want and then have to say sorry. And it is so adorable when you hear that word from their mouths. Firstly, I will start with the energy perspective of the word itself. And, whenever people ask me, forgiveness, I need to forgive somebody. I need to forgive somebody who did something wrong to me. I need to forgive them, or I cannot forgive somebody. Whatever somebody did to me, I cannot forgive them for what happened. When I look at the energy perspective, and this is what I teach everyone from what I have understood of the energies, is everything, every outside incident is getting created from my own energy. Whatever you are doing, you're not responsible for what you are doing. I'm not responsible for what is happening. It is actually the creation of my energy that some event is getting created. And I teach people how to look at their energy. So if it is all my creation, where is it that I need an apology from the outside? Where is it that I need to forgive someone or ask for forgiveness? So firstly, to begin the session itself, this word forgiveness doesn't really do something for us in the energies. And yet, I've already covered, forgiveness in another webinar. Then why is it that I'm still going ahead with this particular webinar and talking about the apology itself, talking about the apology itself? And so many times as we live in this universe, so many times things happen. Things happen, and either you expect an apology, or you owe an apology, or somebody gives you an apology. They mean that apology. Somebody gives you an apology. They don't mean that apology. And so to be looking at the apology itself, looking at the word sorry itself, and what all it brings to us. So I begin by, by exploring each and every situation. And since this is a webinar where, you people are all a part of it, if I'm not covering some situation and you would like to talk about it, or at least you would like to know the energy perspective about it, then please, on the chat, you will write all the apologies and the situations where an apology might be in the picture, and then to understand what the energy perspective of that apology is. So to begin with, this place where, let us say, somebody has done something to us or said something to us which was extremely mean, bad, wrong, completely out of picture, out of place, and now we are sitting expecting them to apologize to us. See, already notice the word expecting them to apologize to us. When we expect something outside, When the expectation is that something outside should happen, so I will feel better about myself, well, the expectation itself is with the finger outside. The expectation with the finger outside is only somebody else will make me feel better. So the expectation that you did something wrong, the finger is on somebody who did something wrong, and now they need to apologize, and I will feel better. So this apology that I'm waiting for comes with a little bit of hope, that outside, whatever it is that you've done, maybe you've done something behind my back, maybe you've hurt me, whatever it is that you have done, now my expectation that you will do something, that expectation itself is on the outside, the finger is on the outside. It almost is that moment where I think that their energy has only created this entire situation outside. It has got nothing to do with me. I was just moving along and you did something wrong, and now I expect you to apologize. Now, if you do, I will go back to that later, but let us say, as you sit and you wait for the apology, what is it, the energy underneath these expectations? The energy is of hurt. Yes, you are hurt and you're expecting an apology. The energy is also of hope, hope for a better tomorrow, that once you've apologized, once you've done with the apology, tomorrow you are not going to repeat this. Tomorrow is going to be better for me. We are going to have a better relationship because you have apologized. Now look at this. When we understand the energy perspective of everything, all has not gotten created from their energy at all. So how can a tomorrow be better? Even if that person completely wants to never repeat something, wants to always keep you happy, no matter what that person thinks and wants to deliver to you, it doesn't matter. Whose energy is it that has actually created that incident itself? It is your energy. So whether with this one or with another one, something is going to get repeated and you are going to experience hurt again. Why? Because the expectation is from the outside, that the outside is going to do something to make you feel better. What is it that we have to look into right now? We have to look at our expectations, because there's a very beautiful link and we talk about it all the time. The expectations are from attachments, and the attachments are going to create hurt at some point in time or another. They are going to create hurt because that is how, when the attachment is broken, that is the time that we can move from our conditional love tied to so many expectations. You should do this for me. You should behave this way. You are tied to me. We have this relationship. From all of these expectations, the attachment is broken. And then what does it lead to? It leads to unconditional love. It might not lead to love. It might just be the end of everything. However, if you are looking within at your own energy, then you will be able to break the attachment and come to unconditional love. Otherwise, if you're looking outside, you will continue to create more and more hurt for yourself. And that's the experience out of it, the hurt experience, when you have been, you have been wronged, so to speak. Somebody has done something for which you are expecting an apology from the outside. Now, let us say the apology comes. The apology comes and you believe in the apology. It seems like a very sincere apology. And then what begins to happen to the energy? Okay, you're sitting in the energy of peace. You're sitting in the energy of, the whole situation has gone through some kind of a salvation, and now you are sitting in some kind of peace. Please do understand that this peace has been brought to you from the outside. The peace within is going to create peace outside, and that peace is going to stay. The peace from outside might be here today, But what is going to happen? Your energy hasn't seen any shift at all. Yes, it's come to a place of joy, to a place of peace. Satisfied you are that an apology has been rendered, but this is outside in. Has your energy really, all of that energy of hurt and attachment, has that changed for you? If you've only been looking at the outside and waiting for this apology, then I'm sorry to say that the energy still hasn't changed. The energy hasn't changed. And so, in some way or another, a more repeat experience of hurt is going to happen. With whom? Maybe with this actor, maybe with another actor, but the hurt is going to continue to take more and more deeper experience for us. Let us say now we are sitting and waiting for an apology, and the apology doesn't come only. It doesn't come. Even though that person has done something wrong, that apology is not coming to us. Now, what are we going to feel? We are going to feel a lot of resentment and anger, and this anger and hurt that we experienced earlier, we are simply going to grow that energy more and more. Why? Because now that expectation has not been met. That expectation is going unfulfilled. The expectation from the outside that this is what needed to happen for you to make me feel better. You did something wrong. Now you need to apologize to me. And that apology isn't coming. What will it do? Make you even more angry, make you even more hurt, because the expectation is coming crashing down. So again, the work is only on the expectation that we have. An expectation with the outside is finger on the outside. And as the finger is outside, oh, somebody else needs to do something to make me feel better about this situation. There is no one outside. There is only you. Now, for the apology on the other side, let us say you are the one who's been part of some wrongdoing, and now you are sitting in a whole lot of the energy of guilt. The energy of guilt because you've done something wrong, and now you're sitting in that guilt about making somebody cry, you don't understand that their experience is related to their energy, your experience is related to your energy, and both of you are a perfect match to give each other these experiences. But in this moment, what experience is it that you are receiving? You are receiving the energy, you are growing the energy of guilt. Guilt is what is growing with you when you are feeling bad about something that you have done. What has come up for release? Well, simply this: the guilt has come for release. Now, let us say you're feeling guilty, but it's extremely difficult for you to utter an apology. It's just really difficult for you to admit that, okay, I was wrong, I'm sorry. It's difficult for you to say that. We have many people who are just simply not able to say, I am sorry. What is the play over there? You're feeling guilty, but you're not able to apologize. What stops you from apologizing is your breaking of the ego. You're afraid that you have committed something wrong, and you're not used to that. You are not used to being in the wrong. You are not used to apologizing. And it's fun. Somebody said, कि नहीं उसमें तो मेरी नाक कटती है. And I told them, ये नाक को बीच में लाते ही क्यों? Don't bring your nose in the middle of something, everything, where it doesn't belong. And then it won't be cut. Simply, if you're feeling guilty, release the guilt. But if you're feeling guilty and heavy that, oh, I cannot apologize, it's only because you haven't accepted that you are this and you are that too. You are always wanting to sit on the side that's right. But the minute you are going to be righteous, so righteous, there are going to be opportunities on the other side which will show to you that you are as wrong as you are right. When we are only sitting on one side of the scale, the other side is bound to happen. And what we have to do, we have to come to a place of equanimity. We have to come to be able to accept our full self. This is my wrong self on days, and this is my right self on days. What makes me right and wrong? Only my judgment. When you release the judgment about, oh, I am wrong, when you release your judgment, whatever happened is a play of frequencies. Your frequency and my frequency created an event together where today I'm sitting in this judgment of me being wrong, and it is creating for me some issues of guilt, some frequencies of sadness, some frequencies of anger at the self. How could I be so wrong? So over here, when you are judging yourself as right or wrong, who is the anger with? The anger is with the self. The frequency is anger. The frequency is shame, but the shame is for the self with the self. When does shame happen? Shame happens when you are not loving yourself enough. Unconditional love to the self is all about whether I'm right or I'm wrong, I love myself. When you only wish to be right, and it's very difficult for you to swallow that pill that, oh, this time I am wrong, this is coming from a state of unacceptance of the self. I can't be wrong. Well, here you are. When you can only be right, you're going to be shown so many different ways, so many different times that both of them, both the sides of the coin are simply belonging to you. And so if it's difficult for you, it's coming from a place of non-acceptance of the self. It is coming from a place of not loving your own self. It's conditional. I love myself when I am right, and I don't love myself when I am wrong. And that is when it becomes more and more difficult for you to be able to apologize, to be able to say, I'm sorry. I can be right and I can be wrong. So today I am wrong. Again, these are only judgments, even if you wish to say an apology. But if you don't wish to say an apology and you wish to sit over there, I'm not somebody who says you must take action. The action is not important. I'm simply only showing you the emotions that are lurking underneath each of these situations. The true work is actually on these emotions, on these frequencies. So in this one, when you don't wish to apologize to somebody, the emotion might be of guilt, but it is also of being judgmental towards the self and not liking one's self when you are wrong. And from that place, not enough love to the self. So the main job over here is to give yourself love, to give yourself love, to accept yourself as right and wrong. And then you will find that the word comes out of you easy. It comes out of you easy, but here is the next level of it. When the word comes out of you easy, somebody is expecting an apology and you say sorry and you don't mean it, and the word comes out of you easy. When you don't mean it, let us say you don't mean it, you have absolutely no wish to reform. Whatever reform somebody is looking for, look at yourself and see, is there any emotion? Is there any emotion? Most likely, when you just say sorry and don't mean it, this is from resentment, from anger. You're angry at the other, and there are going to be a series of places where they might be demanding a sorry, and you will be able to simply say that sorry without meaning it, because no longer does a sorry said to that person means anything for you. It doesn't mean anything. Why? Look underneath. There might be a lot of pent-up anger, a lot of pent-up resentment. Who is the anger really towards? We all know that there is no other. So all of these emotions, we will come back to there is no other in some time, but right now simply looking at the emotions that lurk underneath each of these situations of apology. So you say sorry, you have no intentions of changing anything. They wanted to hear a sorry. Okay, you said it. All right, fine, I'm sorry. You have no understanding of where is it that you wish to look at. The place to look at is anger, pent up resentment. That's the frequency, the anger you are holding, and that outside doesn't exist. You might be angry at the situation, you might be angry at the way the circumstances are. No matter what it is your anger that you are growing when you are in that situation. A word sorry, no sorry doesn't mean anything, but your anger, your resentment is going to grow with each and every such incident. So the work in this moment happens to be on the frequency of anger, on the frequency of resentment. Then you are the receiver. You are the receiver of this sorry, which doesn't mean anything. Somebody said sorry to you, and you know that they are lying. What are you experiencing right now? You too are going to be sitting in a lot of frustration, anger, resentment, hurt. Hurt. That was the first place because your expectation was from the outside for that person to make it better for you. And that sorry doesn't mean anything. And you can see it that this apology doesn't mean anything, neither to them nor to you. What is the emotion underneath that? The emotion of anger, hurt, resentment, even for you. And over here, the work is largely still, as with the case below, as with the case before, the work largely is still on expectations, because this relationship or whatever it is that you're looking at, you're looking for it to change, you're looking for some hope so that this relationship will become better. This is not good as of right now, and you haven't put the finger within. The finger is outside, and you have expectations from outside people to shift, to change, to make things better for you. So the work still over here is largely on expectation. But when expectations are broken, of course, hurt, anger, and resentment are going to be the byproducts made out of those apologies. Situations of other places of apology. Oh, yeah. And then there are some people who are only too eager to say sorry, whether it's their fault, not fault, something happens, something is about to blow up. And then they're like, okay, okay, just say sorry, just say sorry, just you say sorry, you say sorry. This is all the mothers in the universe who are just wanting for their children to say sorry to each other, to make up. Where is this apology coming from? Or where is this demand for apology coming from? You say sorry to them, they say sorry to you, whether you mean it or not. Just say sorry and be over with it. Where is this demand coming from? This apology or this ask for apology is coming from fear. Fear of what? Fear that if sorry is not said, well, all right, people. So I don't have Can anybody hear me?
Yes, now we
Am I
Yes.
can.
audible?
Yes,
Yes, we
you're
can
audible.
hear you now.
So the lights have gone out where I am. There is no light over here. So for that reason, the internet also broke. And all right. So let's continue. Can somebody tell me where the volume went off so that I will be able to repeat that part?
Where you said that was out of fear when the mothers, typically say apologize.
Yes, 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 yes. So when you are just simply apologizing, I'm sorry that the light went out. No, I'm not sorry. It's like Maniji nahi chahte. So I was able to get on to my hotspot almost immediately. Maniji must be wanting for the internet to, for the workshop, or rather webinar, to continue, and that's why I'm back within a few minutes. So let's talk through what were we talking about. Yeah, so to go back to this place about saying just sorry, as if just saying the word sorry is going to improve the situation, is going to improve a relationship, and everything is going to be okay. And that comes, when people are afraid of friction, that, oh, we cannot have anybody expressing themselves loudly. No, you cannot be shouting at each other, because that is going to harm the relationship. So it's better. And so many people in marriages, so many people who will just say sorry whenever they think that the situation is that they truly the situation is out of control. So they're happy.
You're breaking up.
Now we go.
You're breaking up.
Yeah, that's because the lights just the lights, the internet came on. So let me go back to the internet again. The lights came on. Let me see if I can you hear me?
Yes.
Am I better?
Yeah,
Okay.
we can hear you.
I'm going to stay on my phone only. This is the hotspot. I'm going to stay on my phone only. So that's what it is. This video is going to ask for a lot of edits. So, all right. So here we were. So in a relationship, when somebody is afraid that just because they're expressing themselves loudly, or the conversation is getting loud, and you're afraid of friction, then you are going to just simply want to say an apology, for two people to exchange an apology, just so that everything can go back to normal. Now that you understand energy, and Manjula, can you mute yourself? Okay, fine. All right. Can you hear me? Okay. Yeah. Okay, fine.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. All right, perfect. Okay, then. So when we come from that fear and we think that just by speaking a few words, it's going to be better, the situation is going to get better. Now that we understand the energy, we know for ourselves that whatever we say does not matter. The energy we hold is where all the creation is happening. So if I'm holding the energy of anger and not expressing it, and I'm simply just speaking the word sorry, it doesn't mean anything, because the body is speaking the sorry. The body that is 1% is speaking the apology, and the anger, which is 99%, is still being transmitted to that other person. The anger is still being received by them. And so the action that we do does not matter. It is not about the action. It is only about the energy that can be changed, and then the situation will change. Otherwise, all the anger that I'm holding, I can say sorry till all the cows come home, but it's not going to make any difference to any relationship, because whatever it is that you are truly holding, that place will continue to simply grow even more, even more. And so, let me, all right. So that is why if you are holding fear and wanting to apologize every minute so quickly, oh, things will just be okay. If I apologize, if he apologizes, just understand that things are never going to be okay just by using that word apology or by listening to that apology. Your energies are receiving and already creating whatever it is, the experience that you are growing from the outside. And so the word apology, the word sorry itself, what does it do? Actually, it does nothing, nothing at all. Because when we begin to look within, when I'm looking within and able to work on my energies, and I know that this entire incident at which an apology is exchanged, is looking to be exchanged, wants to be exchanged, all of this incident, the entire creation belongs to me, belongs to me. Then what is it that I am going to do? Move my finger from there to here. It belongs to me. What all emotions has it created? Let me simply go and look wherever I need to release those emotions from. And so anytime that you're looking for an apology from somebody, simply check in within, sit in the energy of answers. I always guide you people to be in my frequencies. Okay, people, here we are, back again. And this is an amazing recording. Okay. Maniji, you better be apologetic towards me for this. Okay. All right. So now that we understand that this entire apology, this word apology, we teach people, we teach our little children, you know, when you've done wrong, you must apologize. But when we begin to understand the energy, then none of those, no sound? Oh, nobody can hear me?
No, now we can hear
It
you.
was
You went off for
frozen.
some
It
time.
was frozen, Mats. There was
You
no
were
awaz.
frozen for a minute.
All right, fine. So after we are done with all of this, after I combine and after I'm going to make this entire webinar available on YouTube after I'm done editing and taking things out of this. This is all because the lights are coming, the lights are going, the lights are coming, the lights are going. And that's how the situation is. And it hasn't happened the whole day. And it's only just happening right now. So that's what it is. Maniji doesn't want us to continue with the webinar after this. I think I've covered all the places of apology. whether you're really sorry, not sorry, wanting to be sorry too quickly, not wanting to be sorry, not wanting to utter the words. I've covered all the sides of it from both. I'm going to now look at chat to see if there's anything that needs to be addressed. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Very
Okay,
clearly.
fine. Wonderful. All right. So anybody can forget the chat also. Does anybody have any other situations of an apology where they wish to receive the energy perspective of? No? All good?
I have one question.
Yes, hi.
Hello. Hi,
Yes.
Mehul.
Yes, Mehul.
So I get the apology, whether expectation from receiving as well as giving others. There are situations when you feel like you want to apologize to yourself, maybe because you have become that, you have a more awareness and for your actions. How does that work?
Giving apology, you want to apologize to yourself is largely about giving yourself some more love. Giving love to yourself. So when you want to apologize because you've been harsh on yourself or whatever, and the only place that you need to sit on giving love to yourself is so easy. The only place that you sit on is I am awesome. Because in this moment of now, that moment of recognition has happened in the now that, oh, you were harsh on yourself then, and you need to apologize. But that in that moment, that was the experience that was needed by you. And so you got that experience. And today, as you sit in a little bit more awareness, today, this experience of unconditional love towards the self is flowing towards you right now. But that past moment was an experience that was needed in that moment. So we're not going to apologize for that moment. Oh, I'm so sorry I treated you like that or whatever. It's simply in the energies, the only moment that exists is the moment of now. And so I am awesome. I love myself unconditionally. I love myself when I'm right. I love myself when I'm wrong, because everything is just a play. And I, in all of the play, am awesome. I'm awesome. And so in this moment of now, when you express love to yourself, that is where you are actually, because where is there to apologize to yourself for? You're just going through, this is all a play. You have to wear so many different costumes. You have to be in so many different places. You're doing what your energy is asking for you to do, and also the role plays that you're doing for people. So we're all involved in so many different game shows at all times. And through all the game shows, now you're sitting in the moment of awareness. And so in this moment of awareness, I love myself. I am awesome. Are you able to see me? Are you able to hear me? I'm sorry.
Yes.
I think, because sounds are coming in, sounds are going out. I will put this webinar out at another time. But let's talk to Darshan. Darshan has a question.
This is the question where in children's workshops where one child fights with other, you said that part. So children, there are children who really want to say sorry. There are children who are not in that frame to say sorry. So just I wanted guidance. What I make them first thing do is, supposing I hit you, so the child who has got hit will say thank you because bringing out the anger in me. Okay. And then the one who has to say sorry, what I learned from you all is first release the guilt and then say sorry. So this is what I normally am doing it.
You know what you are trying to do is you are trying to put a process. When this happens, this fellow will do this and that fellow will do that. You are trying to put a process. The minute you put a process, the minute you make a rule out of anything, that rule is going to be broken. The minute you put a rule around anything, because this, you are trying to, I'm only going to say this to you. When you are in the children's workshop, you're doing a lot of things which you are doing outside. Okay. Through all of it, what should I teach my children? They are not here to learn from you. So the only question to ask is, when somebody has hit somebody else, and now you have a situation at hand, what should I do? What is my emotion? What is my emotion? Not what he needs to do to him, he needs to do to her, because you are not the father of their energy. They are the father, mother, brother, sister of their own energy. You are not the father, mother of their energy. Yeah, forget the father, mother in a role only. You are not the father, mother of their energy at all. So the only finger is going to be pointed on yourself. Now, when you are seeing so much of commotion happening in your class and people are misbehaving and this person has hate and that person wants to say sorry, this person doesn't want to say sorry. Firstly, to look within. To look within to say, what am I feeling? You will be sitting in judgment. Oh, this fellow was right and this fellow was wrong. He cannot be doing this. He should not be doing this. The place that you need to be in that moment, because when you are judging somebody on the outside, even if they are 3 or 4-year-old children, when you are judging somebody on the outside, the judgment is only towards the self. There is no other. So simply release your judgments. Release your judgments in the moment. And then as an action, do whatever the hell. Do whatever. Do what you've been doing all along. Do something different. Do something new. Do something old. It does not matter. The outside situation has come to show you your energies of judgment. And so work on yourself. There are no children. What should I ask my children to do at this point in time? Like, okay, I'll create a rule that anytime the children wants to say so, they should be saying this. They don't want to say so, they shouldn't be doing this. It's never about the children. It is about the person who is talking to me here in this webinar. And so here it is about you. When your children are going through all of this on a daily basis, what are you feeling? Just simply pay attention to your own emotion. If you are triggered by two people, by one, this fellow is always fighting. This fellow is always at unrest. He's never listening to anything. Now you have to look at that fellow and see, what is this fellow showing to me? Which aspect of mine has come to be witnessed by me, to be observed by me? Because that fellow is your mirror. And he's triggering you. Whenever there is a trigger, the work is on the self.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. So, all right. So somebody, it's so beautiful. So, so a few days ago, I had actually received this entire understanding when I was sitting in a lot of anger towards someone and expecting a sorry. I was expecting a sorry. And I was so angry. I was so angry that for that few moments, the finger was outside. And I'm even fighting with money because for me, everything is being done by money. And so as I was fighting with money and I said, no, that person needs to say a sorry to me. And money is like, okay, yeah, that'll happen. And then when I calmed down a little bit in about 2 minutes, money says, can you stop putting the finger outside and bring it within? And so as I brought the finger within, he's like, why are you expecting an apology? What will an apology do to you? What will it do to you? An apology will do nothing. An apology from anyone, even the most amazing, heartfelt apology, will actually do nothing if you don't work on yourself, if you don't look within. And so then, as soon as I was able to bring the finger back within, it took a few moments, and then I kind of settled down and I said, okay, what aspect of me is that person showing to me? What is it that he is showing to me in this moment? What is it that I need to learn in this moment? I took my understanding of that hurt only comes from attachments. So I must have created an attachment somewhere. I must have got an expectation somewhere, that expectation that that person went wrong should apologize. And that means that firstly, the judgment itself, right and wrong, needs to be released. A moment was created where I had to witness a lot of anger. anger frequency, resentment frequency had come to be witnessed by me. And so I witnessed it. Okay, if no audio.
There
No,
is
no, we
audio,
can
ma'am.
hear you.
We can hear.
We can hear you.
Wait for the webinar. I will post. Okay. But everyone can hear. Oh, I'm in capital locks. Okay. Okay, my cap locks on this. Okay. Anyways. So I was at the place talking about my equation, or rather the finger coming within. And as the finger came within on myself, and I was able to see that, yes, that was all a play of expectation. And immediately I was able to work on myself. I was able to work on myself. And then, completely out of the blue, out of nowhere, I would say out of nowhere, but I know that it's out of the place that I worked with it. I work on myself. That the next day, there was an apology. There was an apology. And then, and that moment, Mani said to me, this line that Megha has written, when you've done the work within, when you have done the work within, and there is no expectation that somebody on the outside should apologize to you, because you've done the work within, you've understood that a moment of anger had come to be experienced, a moment of resentment or sadness or hurt because you had expectations and attachment, that moment had come to be experienced, and now the moment is gone. And so that time, once you've done the work within, you're already at peace. You are no longer triggered. You're already at peace. You no longer have any expectation that anybody should come and apologize to you. When you're already sitting there, what will then a sorry mean to you? And that is when I had written this line, which Megha is posting, saying, sorry, then it will simply capture a moment of love. It means coming from honoring of all of it as your creation and others as Shiva. Yeah. That is exactly what it means, because you honored that moment. You worked within. You worked within, you released whatever had to be released. What are you experiencing for yourself now? You're only experiencing peace. And when you are experiencing peace and somebody apologizes to you, you don't care for the word, but you can see that it is your work that you did on yourself that is creating this new moment of love. And that sorry will come from a beautiful space, not because they are feeling sorry, but because you have looked within and you have done the work on yourself. It is only about our work on the self. It has nothing to do with the word sorry at all. The sorry by itself, if you don't look within, it's going to do nothing for you. You're going to simply keep experiencing the hurt and the stuff again and again, over and over with different people. So that's where the story was. Okay, let's just see. Any more questions anybody wishes to ask? Anyone else? All we are done? We're done with everybody? Okay, wonderful. Hutokshi, tell me. Hutokshi has a question. No, now you have to unmute. Unmute.
Not about this subject, but
Okay.
that day in guide group, I saw some bus-ups video, which says that according to quantum physics, our body is full of energies and it changes. And the pain is not our pain. So I couldn't understand that. And I thought that I will ask this to you.
Okay. So here it is. I speak all the time about this, that energy is just a frequency.
Yeah.
Yeah. In our whatever our experience is, if I'm going through happiness, it's just a frequency. Yeah. If I'm going through sadness, it's just a frequency. Are you with me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Happiness is just a frequency. Sadness is just a frequency. Now look at it. Okay. If it's in the air,
Yeah.
the sadness is in the air and you catch it, your television will start to play some sadness program.
Yeah.
Yeah. In that moment, whose sadness is it? In that moment. In that moment, it is your sadness.
Yeah.
But it's not the sad, all of these frequencies, this air is not empty. You've heard me say that before. This air is not empty. There are just all of these frequencies around us. And when I look at myself in the body, just as the body, that's the place. Okay, I'm just this body. Then which frequency am I tuned into this moment? Which frequency? I'm tuned into peace. Okay, whose peace is it? When I'm tuned into menal frequency, I say to you people, tune into menal frequency, tune into menal frequency. Okay. Menal frequency is around you when you're listening to menal frequency meditation. That's the vibration around you. And then you tune into menal frequency and start to experience it. So menal frequency is not your frequency, but the minute you experience it, it is your frequency. Is it not?
Okay.
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 So it is outside. When I say to you, money is outside and money is within two, menal is outside, menal is within two. What is menal? Menal frequency is a combination of, joy, masti, surrender, faith, all of that. And I say, tum menal frequency mein baith lo. You sit in menal frequency. When you sit in menal frequency, who is going through all the masti? Who gets to experience the masti? The menal frequency is all around you, but the minute you tune into it, it's yours in that moment. But everything is just a moment. So nothing belongs to me and everything belongs to me. Nothing belongs to me, but everything belongs to me from this space. The minute I'm going to look at it as my frequency, it is my body is tuned into this frequency in this moment. It is my frequency. But then when to understand that the entire universe, every frequency that is outside, when I begin to understand myself as energy, I am every frequency. I'm every frequency. And so are you. You are every frequency as well. And so as you and I are every frequency, I am the entire universe. But am I tuned into all the frequencies of the universe in this body at the same time? No, I'm not. Because the body is very limited. The body is very limited. So whatever frequency I'm tuning into this moment, so I don't know what you heard. I don't know what it said, that the pain doesn't belong to me. Okay. Yeah. Because the pain, from whatever frequency, the sadness or the anger or the frustration, whatever frequency is manifesting as pain, it's in the air. It doesn't belong to you. But if you are tuning into it in that moment, if you are experiencing it, it totally belongs to you. Everything is just an experience. When you hold on to some experience, oh, this pain belongs to me. Now you've limited yourself with just being the body. So what that person is trying to say, don't limit yourself by owning one frequency or two, because the whole universe belongs to you. So let it go. You are just a bundle of frequencies, and whatever you are tuned into today, that's the frequency today you are. Why today? This moment. This frequency, this moment, that's it. And you can change your frequency. That's what you're being taught all the time. So why can you change this frequency to that? Oh no, this frequency belongs to me, that belongs to me. No, the minute you're experiencing it, it now belongs to you in this moment. But otherwise it doesn't belong to you. It's all, you're a bundle of frequencies in the body, only one or two frequencies at a time now. Are you with me?
Yeah. And he said that your body is not your body. It is
Right.
changing all the time. And
That
so
is,
many,
that is even a scientific fact that all your cells are renewing themselves every 6 months. So yeah. So
and
so what's your
so many
question?
cells-
Is there a
so
question
many-
you have attached to this?
my question is, I was simply looking at my hand and asking me, how many people has come inside me to give me this pain?
Oh, I'll tell you, whatever the universe population is. Because you are counting in terms of people, you're very much in the body. I'm counting in terms of energy, and the energy frequencies are the same for everybody. Everybody can experience joy, everybody can experience anger, but I look at everything in terms of energy. And you are looking at people, people have to come into you. Then you're totally in the body space 1%. And now you are owning your energy of whatever it is. So yeah, when we are only looking at the body, that's called the space of limitedness. And that's where everybody Shubhra has to be muted. Okay. That's where everybody sits when they're unaware that they are indeed energy. No, they will sit in a place of only I am this body, and now people are coming into my body and going out. Whereas when you look at yourself as the energy space, I am Shiva and you are Shiva too. What makes you Shiva? What makes me Shiva? That I am the entire universe. And what does it mean to be an entire universe? All the frequencies, but I'm aware that I'm all the frequencies that there are. I'm all the frequencies that there are. Actually, you are all the frequencies that there are. Do you experience happiness? Do you experience joy? Do you experience love? Do you experience hate? Do you experience anger? Well, so do I. And that's what it means to be Shiva, to be sitting in this space of knowing that each of us is simply a bundle of frequencies. We are the entire universe, because universe is not made of body. The universe is energy. Everything in the universe is energy. And that's what I've understood from science. Forget spirituality. That's what I've understood from science, that everything is energy. And so, am I energy? I understand I am. Are you energy? No. You are this body in which 1,000 bodies have come. Okay. That's, everybody has a take on it. That's your take. This is my take. You're going to sit with the body. I'm going to sit with the energy. Is anybody wrong? No. But when you sit in the body, you can't change. When you sit as energy, you can change. That's all it is. And what can you change? You can change your frequency. Can you change your body? That's an afterthought. That's a byproduct. It's not about changing, oh, I don't need to have this pain. This is somebody else's pain. I think it's my sister-in-law's pain. No, it's not. It's yours. It's your experience in this moment of now. It is yours. Otherwise, all the frequencies are in the air. Whichever you are tuned into, that's your frequency in the moment. So when, 200 bodies have come into me to form this pain, the frequencies are from the mind. They are of separation. They're of separation. And then maybe they'll create fear in you. Maybe they'll create doubt in you. Maybe they'll create anxiety. Whatever they'll create, those will be the frequencies of separation.
But I was in the masti only.
Okay, fine then.
Baba,
How many
आगे हो
people
तो
have
जाओ
come?
अभी जल्दी.
How many people have come is a question of separation. People. What people? There are no people. There is only you. That's it.
Yeah.
That's
Correct.
it. So then how many 200 people have come? You're sitting in the body space.
Mm-hmm.
And the next moment, maybe you did the Meenal frequency meditation or did something, I'm Meenal. And then you change your frequency. And then you're sitting in the oneness space. That's all that it takes for the energy to shift from one to the other.
Mm.
Okay.
Thank you.
All
Thank you,
right
Min.
then. Okay. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And allowing yourself to be completely free of thought. Allowing yourself to be blank for a few moments as you say to yourself, I take energy from Meenal. I am Meenal. I take energy from Meenal. I am Meenal. Be in this place of complete calm. And now, bring yourself to a space where you might be wanting an apology, or might be wanting to give an apology. If any of these places come to you, allow that one thought to come in. Whoever you wish to apologize to, whoever you wish to get an apology from, simply bring that one person into your space. Or if more people, bring them to your space. Stand in front of each other, your energy and their energy. As you stand in front of each other, simply observe yourself. As you look at someone where you wish to give an apology to, or you wish to receive an apology from, as you look at them, no words, simply look at your own emotion. Observe your own emotion. In this moment, no other thoughts except with this person, what is the emotion? What is the emotion that this person is bringing to you in this moment? Whether fear or guilt or resentment or anger, observe your emotion. And then simply, as you experience that emotion in you, allow that emotion to be released from you. That place in your body where you hold that emotion, that place will call out to you. It could be your stomach or your heart, could be a place in the back, could be any place in the body, and your attention will be taken to that space. In this moment, in the energy of Meenal, simply move that energy out of that body part of yours. Allow it to leave. Allow it to leave. Thank the emotion for being there, for making you experience that emotion. Simply thank the emotion as it leaves. This is the experience that it was meant to give. This is your experience. You received it, and the experience is now coming to an end. And so, allow the emotion to exit from that part of your body. Simply allow it to be released. If you found the body part that's holding it, but you are not able to release it, simply be in Meenal energy. Take energy from Meenal and send it to that body part. This beautiful form of light going to all parts of your body, and especially to the emotion that needs to be released in the now. So allow it to receive this beautiful frequency of love and be released. Every emotion receiving from the Meenal frequency, love. Receiving love. Every emotion being transformed in this moment, being transformed to love. And as you release it with love, and you are sending it out with love, it is already love. It is already love. Experiencing love for the emotion. Even if the emotion was hate, experiencing love for the hate. It's just a frequency. It's just an experience. And so allowing yourself that experience and transforming to love. I take energy from Meenal. I am Meenal. And now, as you once again look at that person in front of you, take your thoughts again back to what emotion now. Are you experiencing some love? Are you experiencing some lightness within? Notice that body part. Is it still holding on to any emotion that is not love? Simply giving more love to yourself, to that body part. And now, without any words, simply look at the other. Look at that person with only love. Love and only love. Thank them for the experience given. Thank them for the experience given. That was your energy which had wished to experience all of those experiences. And in this moment, simply a thank you with a lot of love. And as you sit in love, in so much oneness, allow that person to come closer and closer till you can almost feel your energy and their energy merging into oneness. Merging into oneness, merging with love, merging as one. You are one. You always were one. You simply took some different body forms to experience different energies. And now, in awareness, only one. You and the universe. You and each one in the universe. Only one. Only one. Only one. Only one. Experience the full integration of their energies with yours. Love is all that you're feeling for them and for yourself. The only way to apologize to the self, through love. Om Mani, Om Mani, Om Mani. Thank you, everybody. Lots and lots of love.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Bye,
Thank you.
everybody. Lots of
Bye.
love.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody.